Hey, it's Dr. Nielsen here with today's life tip. I'm super excited to be with you here today. We're going to talk a little bit or summarize what we talked about last week, insulin resistance. You remember the ineffective or the inability for insulin to be able to transport the blood sugars into the cell. If you don't have blood sugars, you're not going to be alive. I mean, glucose, blood sugar, is the fuel for our bodies. It's like the gasoline for the car. If you don't have it, you're in trouble. We talked about what happens when inactivity, or they took the healthy young men, they were inactive, and consequently it started causing insulin resistance just after 9 days. This insulin resistance led to 4,500 different gene alterations, as well as 34 metabolic pathways. These 34 metabolic pathways were going down. So a decrease in metabolism, an increase in weight. Decrease in metabolism, an increase in cancer, stroke, heart attack, diabetes, Alzheimer's disease. So decrease in metabolism, that's from inactivity. So we want to be active. I talked about how years ago I didn't really want to be active because, let me clarify why. I was overdoing it. I didn't have a long-term game plan. I was trying to become Mr. Fit in 1 week. It doesn't work that way. Or Mr. Buff guy in 2 weeks. And I would completely blow myself out of the water. I was, miserable. Have a long-term game plan. 2, 3, 5, 10 years, 30 years, your entire life. Look forward to a long-term lifestyle of health and wellness. So today's life tip, I want to talk about a brand new research that came out by the Centers of Disease Control just 5 days ago. Now, whenever the Centers of Disease Control report, they always report things that have happened like 4 years ago. That's the most recent data. In fact, the recent data from this will be in 2007, but that is the most recent data. So, what I want to share with you today, and remember I said, it's not enough to be in the right doctor's office at the right time. You have to be the right patient in the right doctor's office at the right time. So today I hope that I'll be able to help you be empowered so you're the right patient in the right doctor's office at the right time. The Centers of Disease Control said this just 5 days ago. The number of cancer, that's right, cancer survivors in the United States is increasing by hundreds of thousands. I mean, it is up tremendously, and I wanted to take a look and see why. More people are surviving cancer in part because of earlier detection, as well as some key tips I'm going to talk about today. You know, 40 years ago, there were only 3 million survivors. In 2001, that increased to over 10 million, and in 2007, the latest report, about 11.7 million, nearly 12 million Americans with a history of cancer are surviving. Why the dramatic increase? Well, this is pretty cool. Healthy eating, less smoking, and other preventative steps may also be playing a role in the increase of health. Isn't that pretty cool? Now listen to this. Women diagnosed with breast cancer made up the largest share of cancer survivors at 22%. They were the largest amount of survivors. Men followed with 19%. Now I go back to the healthy eating, less smoking, and other preventative steps increase the survival rate. Today's life tip is this. I'd like to ask you this. Why wait until you have cancer? Why not prevent things now? Why not do those things that you know you should do? Because I wasn't doing them, and I'm a doctor and I should know better, right? So I invite us, all of us, I just want you to be able to be the greatest you. I want to be able to empower you. So why not avoid something today? Or why not eat a little bit better today? Or why not, let's do a little bit of exercise today. Do the things that prevent you from ever getting cancer, rather than being a survivor and saying, I beat cancer. Beat it before it's ever diagnosed. That's today's life tip. I'm Dr. Nielsen. Remember, live in fullness every day.